for months, if not longer, there's been a question within the Black Clover community of what's going to happen when we get too close to the manga in the anime. And the anime was not very far off until recent. We were close to chapter, what was it, like 227, 226? I'm trying to remember exactly when the time skip really began. It was something around that area. And the anime was only a couple off. I mean, even if it was right there, it's only 20 chapters off of where the manga's at now. So the question was, well, are we going to do a break, or are we going to do an anime-only arc? And it looks like they're doing an anime-only arc, but the thing about it that's interesting is Tabata wrote it, and he's supervising in order for it to fit into canon. So we're going to be getting events of those 6 months all laid out, and to build up probably a good 20 to 30 episodes in between where the manga's at, and there should be a solid arc between them, like a good 50 plus chapters to really kind of keep it safe. You don't want them to catch up, because then it's panic mode. You don't really know what's going on. So I'm going to be doing. We'll see how long this goes of doing reviews of the chapters. The only time I really get. The last time I really got a strike or anything on my channel was anime stuff, but last time I used a GIF. This time I'm just going to use a still image I like, just like I do with the chapters. And we're going to talk essentially about what goes on there. I'm not going to talk about events in the manga that could ruin anything. Anything that I might mention will be slight in a level that it won't hurt anybody that watches this. It's an anime only. So this episode, we're just getting the aftermath of everything. Everything's settled down. Like, we got through everything with the Elf Resurrection. We got the parts of Damnatio and the setup with the Heart Kingdom and the Gicula and the Spade Kingdom. So now it's more of like talk time. People got to get an understanding of what's going on. So they have all the Magic Knight captains all meet up. You get to see everyone around each other. I don't know how Fuego Leon can really just sit there as calmly as he can next to the big traitor William. William has the potential to redeem himself. I believe that. I believe that he'll have a redemption arc, and he'll get a really good story, and maybe I'll be able to like him again. Until then, though, I don't like him. He has a pretty good written story up to this point, but I'm not a fan of his character. Dude's a traitor, but we'll see. Like I said. Anyway, going from this, you have all the captains. They're just doing as they would normally. They're bickering amongst each other. You've got like characters like Yami and Jack just clashing at multiple times and having their normal squabbles. The only part of the episode that I was just like, all right, let's just get on by, was the part with Augustus. Augustus is a weird character as the king, because he's the actual in charge, because Wizard King's not really a king. It's more like, leader of their military. And Augustus doesn't come off, at least yet, as like, this guy needs to die or anything. He needs to get killed off in an arc, some evil dude. So far, he's just been kind of a douche. That's really like what his character has amounted to so far. He's nothing that I really care to really like be like, man, this guy's really bad news. Like Damnatio. Damnatio is bad news. Like, he's a character that's like, we need to get him out of the way, because he's not only like he's got a good magic, but he's got a lot of political sway. And obviously Augustus has a lot of sway, but you can tell like the intelligence levels between Augustus and Damnatio. Damnatio seems way more capable of getting stuff done, of just doing his own decisions. Though we do see in this episode that the reason that he's a lot more quelled right now, the reason he's a lot more like willing to like cooperate and not pursue a lot of like what he wanted with Asta and stuff, is because obviously the stuff with the Spade Kingdom, and he's like, as long as it benefits the Clover right now, that he's able to, let stuff sit currently. Because it's like, well, he's not doing anything bad, and the devil-possessed Kid Asta, he's at least being a tool for the Clover Kingdom. And as soon as he's not beneficial to the Clover Kingdom, he's going back at it. We even got more of that, of kind of like being able, of them kind of just like being able to like say like, we know what we have available and what we're going to need to utilize. Because that's one of the reasons that William not just getting like sent to the gallows and just getting executed makes sense, is Julius is like, listen, Julius like blamed himself, but also he's like, listen, we have to have every single capable person that we can right now with the spade, and we can deal with this now, or we can just suck it up and just let it go and deal with the spade, because they need William. He's a really powerful support wizard, and even Goldry, which was surprising. Goldry in there was definitely like a, huh, you guys are gonna figure out how to handle this guy, and they're using him more for his business capabilities and like talking about all of the magic tools and riches that he and Revchi got when they're in the Shadow Palace. I'm hoping that at least a couple, if not at least one item that he got out of the Shadow Palace, like one magic item, goes to a character and they're used to make it stronger. Hopefully Leopold, fingers crossed, Leopold, maybe that's where his boost comes. Those are the episodes I'm actually stoked to talk about when they come out, or the Leopold episodes, because that's when we're going to get to see a little bit of his character start to really bloom and flourish. Of this character that's been existent since the 20s of the series, and just 200 plus chapters later, and it's like, all right, maybe he'll do something soon. But Leopold, I don't know, we'll see with him. After that point, like not after that point, a little bit before it, we get like the explanation of the stages. We get like the stages of magic, like they're telling him the captains, they're giving the situation, like everyone needs to be at least like stage 1 amongst your crews. And we've got all these like important like layouts of like how they're gonna need to be handled, and how everything's gonna need to be kind of like built up for this war. And I did like the comedic part near the end when because the reason that they want to use Goldra is like, okay, we don't have unlimited riches, obviously, like we're pretty well off kingdom, but most of our kingdom was destroyed, so we're gonna need to get money to pay for everything, to get everything fixed back up. I'm wondering where their suppliers are going to be coming from. I'm guessing they're going to, just pay the people instead of trying to force them to do construction or something. But with that, they're like, okay, we're going to use this guy to get money. So Goldry's fate is like entirely based off how much profit he's going to turn. But then you have Julius. He's like, all right, just to kind of help all the captains for this time period, we're going to have to cut your pay in half. And what was funny is like all the other captains, like most of the captains were like, okay, that's fine. But Yami and Jack were like freaking out because like, half pay? What the hell is this? And the thing about that I thought was really funny was not just, oh, they're freaking out. It's like the rest of the captains come from clearly wealthy families and stuff, and they just seem well off. And here goes Yami and Jack, and they're just, what the we don't have shit. We need this money. You're gonna really screw us over. They're gonna need to go to like dungeons and stuff and try and loot and get gold and stuff. Find stuff to sell. I think that's really where it's gonna get their stuff going on. And I really like if that's one of the reasons where Yami is like venturing off more. It's like, I have to not only get stronger, but I have to do more in order to make money, or I'm gonna be damn broke. He's got debts to pay. But it was a pretty entertaining first episode of this anime only arc. Like I said, I'm going to try and do more. I'll try and do one every week, just because I like the fact we're getting an anime-only arc, because now the anime and the manga people don't know what's to come within the 6 months training period. And it's going to be really cool just to see both a chapter and a manga of the series coming in at once where you don't know what's going on, and it will be a surprise to both. So it'll be fun to really discuss things. And then obviously, like I said, characters that I want to see get more spotlight, get more built up, like Leopold. So it's going to be cool to see him and getting his own episodes, because we did get episode title previews, and I think it's the episode after next week's is going to be a Leopold-centered one, but we'll see. Other than that, though, comment below. Tell me your thoughts about this episode and what your thoughts are coming up. Are you hyped for this anime-only arc as I am? Because I'm pretty hyped. Other than that, I really appreciate thumbs up the video, but from the like button and subscribe button, and check out my other videos. Other than that, I appreciate everyone who's already subscribed, and thank you all for listening. Bye.